Hey y'all, it's a podcast called Fresh.
Hey yo, what's up? It's your boy Miles Amadeus Prower here with y'all for another podcast called Fresh. So another special. On the last one we had the Kofi Kingston WWE Heavyweight Champion special, much deserved. This time we have another one. We have the Avengers Endgame movie review special. Now, normally I try to wait on the rest of the guys or somebody else to get on here and do this. The way I'm feeling right now, I'm just going to knock this out and try to do it myself. A little bit apprehensive. You know, I never did this by myself before. But hey, I figured what the fuck, why not do it? So, what's up? How y'all doing? Again, Miles Amadeus Prower. Call me Maps, call me whatever you want. Don't call me ugly or late for dinner. Let's get started. Today's Thursday, 25th, of course, 2019. I went to see the movie today. It was my second time watching the movie, as I always do, as I say on the I Black Man podcast. I watched the movie. I get most of the time, I don't know why Marvel does this shit. It releases different times worldwide, or different days worldwide. So what I do, definitely because since it was that Age of Ultron, been kind of disappointed. Really was disappointed in Infinity War. I'll go into that a little bit more later. So basically what I do is when it comes out, when you know, the bootleg or whatnot comes out, my man hooks me up. I watch it and review it in my mind, you know, because a lot of times I'm disappointed. If y'all heard the Infinity War review I did two of them. I did one on the hyphen podcast. I did one on my other one, I Black Man podcast. Check that out. And talked about it with my man Hanson Bane and stuff. So my 2 cents for that was I was just really thought the Infinity War was underwhelming. It was a lot of stuff that they didn't put in there. I was pissed. You know, Thanos destroyed Xander. They didn't show that shit. I could have did without the whole fucking Vision Scarlet Witch shit. Could have did without it. I wanted action. I want to see shit going down. That was one of my favorite little stories when Thanos fighting everybody and that. You know, even though they got rid of death. Oh, before I forget, spoilers. When I start getting into Endgame, letting y'all know that now. Alright, don't want to hear no shit. So anyway. But yeah, I wanted to see Thanos just fucking people up. He kind of did it, but it's like, dude, I could have did without that whole, well, I guess, okay, the hammer and the Thor and all that. Okay, that's cool. I could have did without that whole Vision. Like I said, the whole Vision, Scarlet Witch thing. I wanted more action. You know what I'm saying? And I was pissed because Stark should have died. He was supposed to die. I don't see how that didn't happen. He stabbed that nigga through the chest. Should at least sever the spinal cord or something. Hey, maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. So anyway, after watching Endgame for the first official time in theaters, second viewing, I was able to take notes while watching it because I was already let down, disappointed by what I've seen thus far. So work with me, y'all. First off, I want to talk about that Gemini Man trailer. And I know this has nothing to do with Endgame, but to me, it's just, I got Will Smith fatigue. And I haven't really even seen a lot of his last movies. Last one I think I might have saw was Suicide Squad. Before that, I Am Legend. I liked the book better. Even when he was Deadshot, I couldn't see that nigga as a killer. Will Smith's always this bad guy. He's always somebody with a heart of gold. You couldn't see him playing somebody who was actually non-redeemable. You know what I'm saying? Now, you couldn't see Will Smith playing like a rapist or playing like a real killer who doesn't give a damn. I just can't see it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all his shit kind of feels the same to me. The Gemini Man movie seems pretty interesting from the trailer I seen. It's just almost like if anybody else would have been in that bitch, like Tom Hardy or anybody. And it's not just because a nigga's black. I'm pro-black. It's just Will Smith, man. But anyway, let's get into it. Took notes. All right. Well, for the first part, I kind of like the opening, how it's set, you know, a little sad, somber tone. You got my man, Hawkeye, Clint Barton, teaching his daughter how to shoot the arrow. Real cool. You know, he turned around, thought it was dope, how it was just, you know, really believable. You know, how just that quick turn around, whoo, they gone. And that was a complaint I had with the first one going back. If y'all haven't heard the other reviews I've done of it, check them out. Podcast Nation, I want to believe, or just look up Podcast and I Black Man podcast. I've done reviews on both of those on this. And basically just that whole fading away shit was weak to me because it's like, dog, that's nothing. I would rather have had it where just niggas' bodies were just there and people just screaming because niggas is just dead and you got to deal with that shit. Cause it's so easy to, oh, he faded away. Ooh. Nah, I want niggas just that and planes just crashing cause, you know what I'm saying, pilots just faded away and they just cry. I wanted it to be, you see what the fuck happened. Shit is at stake. Nigga, fucking space station or something crashed to Earth cause niggas aren't controlling that bit. A lot of shit should have been happening. And I was very disappointed. But, let's move on. I like the beginning. I like how they transition from the beginning straight to the after. It's happened straight after Thanos did the snap. I like that, One thing I also want to say with this movie, I guess they tried to make it seem a little edgier instead of showing actual violence and things like that. So they had people cursing. And I feel, man, cursing does not make shit more edgier. Saying shit a whole bunch of times. This isn't the 1980s Transformers movie, which still had more shit on the line all the fucking time than this movie did. You know what I'm saying? Niggas should have been dropping like Megatron and Optimus Prime. That's how fucking Endgame should have been. Nigga, nobody but I'm gonna get into that. That's my beef for later. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what else. But yeah, I really liked how much of a dad Thanos was. You know what I'm saying? From the first time they showed him, in the little post-credit scenes, saying what needs to be done and, and then if something needs to be done, I'll do it myself. It's just such a dad. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I'll pop all this shit. I done warned your asses. Oh, no, I'm getting out the chair. Don't be popping. No, don't be running now. It's real. No. Something need to be done with nobody. If you a father, sometimes you come across shit like this. Everybody knew this shit needed to be done with nobody thinking about that shit but me. I got an answer to the problem. Oh, you don't like my answer to the problem. Okay, fine. What's your answer to the problem? Oh, you ain't got one. You don't like my answer to the problem. Yeah, you don't have an answer to the problem. To my nigga Thanos' credit, he was trying to help everybody in existence. Avengers is just trying to help niggas on Earth. Y'all niggas ain't going out there stopping hunger on other planets and other galaxies. Hell no. Thanos was. But it was just dope how, even at the beginning, well, what does a man do after his job is done? Go back and tend to the land. Cook his food. Nigga out there seasoning his shit. You know what I'm saying? I thought that shit was funny, Nigga had no remorse. I did what had to be done. Arrested up. Got rid of the device that did what I did. So you dumbasses can't undo it. And what's done is done. And I'm proud with that. Live with that shit, bitches. You know what I'm saying? And I really like that. I thought that was ill. He's such a dope villain to me. Even though I prefer if they would have kind of did him like the real Mad Titan when that nigga was batshit crazy. You know what I'm saying? Nigga was doubting himself of making himself. That's why I wish they could have did on this shit. Like had him, nigga being unstoppable and like him saying, you know what? Is this really fair? Let me dumb myself down. Depower myself to fight these niggas. And that's how they beat him. That's what was about what I was expecting. But I don't write this shit. You know what I'm saying? Another thing I was thinking of that I thought was I liked, how they showed Ant-Man was a representation of dealing with how time passed and that shit was crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then he got to his daughter and he's at her house. And I thought that stuff was cool. And it got me thinking, nigga, who the hell been taking care of her ass for 5 years straight? But you know what? Maybe the mama was there. They didn't have her there. I don't know. I'm assuming she came back afterwards, but I just wonder who was taking care of the girl for 5 years. I'm assuming she had to been 10 when it happened. I don't know no 10-year-old can take care of themselves for 5 years straight. I don't know. Another question I got. Who the fuck is ruling Wakanda? Seriously. I mean, nigga, T'Challa is gone. Shuri is gone. Even I was always thought, M'Baku, I guess that nigga left because I would have thought that nigga would have came back and tried to rise to power or some shit. But yeah, who's ruling Wakanda? That shit should be going. Is Okoye ruling Wakanda? Well, I guess his mom. Okay, she would be the next in command, so I guess it would be his mom. That would be it. Okay, well, I guess that answers that. Okay. What else we got here? Oh yeah. I thought, you know what? I almost want to say them having Captain Marvel was a waste. But then again, I can't. I'm going to have to redact that because, or retract, or whatever the correct word is, because if it would have had her doing way more shit than what she did, I'd have been heated. You know what I'm saying? But also I think it's cool. They gave her the Captain Marvel haircut. I like that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I take that back. I'm not going to say she was a waste. She did just enough, even though I thought, they didn't need her at all. It's just, it really was, you could tell they were just trying to put that shit together or whatever. But I thought, for somebody who didn't see Captain Marvel, because that shit at all didn't interest me in the least bit, thought it was okay. Thought she was okay in the role she played, a little banter. Made me want to see Captain Marvel. Would I pay to see Captain Marvel? No. Unless, nigga, you talking about Miss Rambo. I'm not trying to see no Captain Marvel, nigga. Or Shazam. Shit. Oh, yeah. That whole Black Widow, I thought that shit was weak. Her whole dying thing was weak. She could have died. She should have died. Hawkeye should have died. A lot of other people should have died, but they went the weak route. It's just, I don't care about Black Widow. I don't. Then I'm wondering how is she dead when they were talking about the Black Widow movie supposed to start filming. I've seen several places later this year or some shit like that has been confirmed. So if it's been confirmed, what the fuck is going to happen? Oh yeah, I forgot the Russos are liars. And I'm still miffed about the whole fucking Infinity War thing when they had the Hulk running down and when they was about to go fight, and all that shit. They eventually ended up being Hulk armor, because that shit fucked it up for me. Because I'm watching the movie and I'm pissed, like, oh, this shit's going weak. Oh, okay, this is kind of straight to fight, when that nigga Thanos threw parts of a moon at this nigga Stark. Thought that was cool. You know what I'm saying? But I know what's coming. I don't know how it's going to happen. At some point in this movie, they're going to be running out of the jungle with Hulk with them, and it's about to go fucking down. I waited to the end, hoping just for that. Didn't happen. The expectation of wanting to see that shit ruined the fucking movie to an extent for me. I'm sitting there waiting. I'm like, why would it be in the movie if they wouldn't put it in that bitch? And that's what they did. They did that, made toys. And side note with the whole thing with Infinity War, I thought the whole thing, him not turning into Hulk, was fucking stupid. We already seen in Ragnarok, nigga Banner jumped out of a plane or a jet or whatever, a spaceship, fell and broke his neck, died, came back as the Hulk. Why the fuck couldn't that have happened at that time? Banner died, Hulk died. So he could have came out that suit and he got hit. His neck could have been broke, which same thing happened in Ragnarok. He would have turned into Hulk. Makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? Also, I think, side note, since I was talking about, and I'm reading from my notes, you know what I'm saying? Thought the relationship, continued relationship and how they just had from the beginning to end of Cap and Black Widow, which was really good. I like how they was just friends, super platonic. You know what I'm saying? Not no, they go everywhere. They're going to hook up. Nah, she know that nigga ain't trying to highlight her. She ain't trying to highlight him. And I thought that was just real cool. How they had the best friend, banter and stuff like that. It was very organic. I appreciated that. You know what I'm saying? All right, let me see. What else we got here? Oh, yeah. Another thing I was thinking about doing this and the whole thing after the snap. I bet you everybody who's got a trade like plumbing and all that other shit is making a killing. Oh, man, I bet you they're making them a killing. Well, then again, I don't know, because I don't know. That's another thing. How did the world keep going? That was real interesting to me. A lot of this stuff is just all over the place. Sorry, y'all deal with me. It's my first solo movie review. You know what I'm saying? But again, like I already said, let me see. I'm just touching on these things that I wrote while I was watching the movie. I could have did without the whole Widow story. I expected her to die. Why would you send the two weakest niggas on a mission? It was like it was made for them niggas to die with that little fight and shit. And the thing that got me, with the whole, I'm going to die. No, let me do it. If they would have had a dope ass fight scene, it'd have been an ill concept. They're fighting each other hard as hell to subdue each other so you can kill yourself. Nigga, that would have been ill. They'd have had like, straight like a drag out scrap. You know what I'm saying? To the point that it's fucked up. I'm fucking my best friend up so I can go kill myself so my best friend doesn't kill themselves. That'd have been dope. It'd made me care more about that shit. I didn't give a fuck when she died. I knew she was gonna die. Well, truthfully, I didn't. It didn't surprise me, nor did I care, because I could have did without her. You know what I'm saying? But you look at it. The nigga with the bow and arrow and the girl with guns. You got people who are God shooting lightning and all this shit. How were you going to survive? You knew that shit was going to go. My thing, another point. Rescue was wasted on this fucking movie. I could see at some point the Russos were just trying to push whatever the fuck they could into this movie. And I'm just like, for what purpose, dog? They had her come in at the end, allude to, oh, that's something I made for your mother. Don't touch that. Man, why? Well, at least today credit, at least they didn't make it Ironheart. But it was just dumb. You're just putting shit in to put shit in, and I don't get why. You know, just like my nigga Hulk, Smart Hulk. Hulk was fucking wasted on this movie, man. You know what I'm saying? You got the best of both worlds, Hulk. Now, you know everybody coming in this bitch expecting Hulk to throw hands because Thanos put that nigga down in the first one. So I'm expecting a nigga to get brains and brawn. That's the best Hulk. Smart Hulk. You know what I'm saying? What does this nigga do? Nothing. All he was a plot device to use the fucking, use the gauntlet to do the snap to bring the people back. That was it. Nigga didn't do shit. Hulk got more action when they dealt with the Hulk in the past. How is that possible? But hey, let me go to break, man. I'll be right back. We're gonna keep this going. This is a podcast called Fresh. It's your boy Miles Amadeus Prower. Right back.
It's like sound advice or whatever. It's like comics, conventions, and cosplay or whatever. It's like ladies' night or whatever. It's like wrestling or whatever. It's like parenting or whatever. It's like anime or whatever. It's like spiritual warfare or whatever. It's like great friends, awesome people coming around doing what we do best or whatever. You should watch, listen, and follow or whatever. It's like a podcast or whatever.
Finally, a podcast called Fresh has returned.
Alright, yo, what up? Like I was saying, man, what is the point of Hulk? That nigga is pretty much like you did have him do everything before now. So you can waste this nigga for now. Then when the nigga does smash, it's all half-hearted, man. Okay, he used the fucking gauntlet. It drained his power. What happened to that nigga's healing factor? That nigga, when he fought Wolverine, that nigga was healing up as Wolverine was cutting that nigga. Now that shit, just because the Infinity Gauntlet, that shit doesn't come back? Potentially World Breaker Hulk? Come on, man. Y'all fucking wasted him. That's another reason why I did not like this movie. We all see Hulk, oh shit, and you do nothing with that nigga. It was foul. Also, I would have gladly traded that whole Hawkeye Ronin backstory for seeing Thanos destroy Xander. Why can't we get that? This nigga fought the Nova Corps. I've been waiting for that one since the first one. Y'all couldn't have showed it in a flashback? That's what I wanted to see, this nigga getting down. Nah, I just glossed over that part. I'd have gladly did without that whole fucking Black Widow part. I would have gladly did without the whole fucking Ronin. Show me more action. I need more scrapping. You know what I'm saying? Also, with the whole Ronin thing. Nigga, if you're not going to show blood, don't be having niggas getting stabbed and slit and all that shit with swords. It's stupid. That's one of the things that pisses me off about Black Panther. The nigga, I know enough to know if you slit a nigga's throat while they're sitting like that with their head back, blood is gonna be spewing all over the place. You split that bitch's throat and she just, no blood came out, she just fell. It's my big problem with life. I'm not saying you gotta have all out gore. Tell they credit, they had a little bit of blood when Black Widow died. Could have been hair, who knows? They don't get, I'm not saying how niggas' heads cut off. They show, okay, I get that. They showed that nigga, you know, Thanos' head getting cut off. But dog, it's like I said before with the Black Panther. You look at that shit, it was a battle with no bodies laid out on the ground. You know, that shit really irritated me, man, because it's like, hold up. Oh yeah, I already said cursing doesn't create edge. They was just shit. Okay, we get that shit, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I always thought it was funny, Smart Hulk was eating Ben and Jerry. I think it might have been Hulka Burning Fudge. I'm not sure which one it was. It looked like it was peppermint or pistachio or something. It might have been Stark Raving Hazelnut. I'm not sure. But I thought that was really cool. Where are my other griefs with the movie? And I was pissed. Nobody died. How the fuck did all this shit happen? This whole shit happened. And only Vision and Iron Man died. And I'd have been fine with Iron Man dying in the last movie like he was supposed to. It would have had gravity to it. It would have had weight to it. Him dying at the end. Oh, I'm Iron Man. Shit was weak. It was a weak ass way to kill the villain. You niggas didn't beat Thanos. That shit was weak. Very anticlimactic. Nobody died. Nobody. How the fuck didn't Thor die? I was ready. This nigga was out of shape the whole movie. Y'all never even showed this nigga working out. But then the nigga called fucking lightning down, ended up looking like fucking Odin. And when the nigga had the blade to his chest, I'm like, yes, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. They didn't even do that shit. And that was a big disappointment for me. They made it seem like everything, this is the one to end everything. And nothing was lost. Nothing was gambled, really. Nothing. You bring everybody out there and, oh, they did Iron Man. That man, shit was so fucking weak. To me, it was too much trying to pull on your heartstrings. Ooh, sappy, sappy, sappy. Man, no, man. It just seemed too fake for me. It didn't seem like, even if they would have showed aliens on other worlds being affected, I didn't care. You know? Of course, yeah, I just said that Thor should have died. The two Nebulas thing was kind of weak to me. I get they had to do something and blah, 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 but that was weak to me. You could have came out with something better with that. A lot of that shit I would have replaced with just Thanos fighting everyone at once. I wanted to see with Thanos scrapping all them niggas like Neo when he was fighting all them fucking Agent Smiths in the Matrix. That's what I wanted to see. How that nigga is just fucking you can't fuck with him. How they like, niggas, we have to be. That nigga just going through people. And they kind of did that. Okay, I'll give him that. But I was pissed because I didn't get enough when that nigga had the Infinity. And also with the Infinity Gauntlet, I thought it was weak as hell. He got to close his fist to use to go. What kind of design flaw is that shit? That's like having a gun you can only shoot with one eye closed. Who would design a flaw like that? For what purpose? I'd rather eat the fucking stones than do it. Oh, I have to close my hand to use his glove. It's just stupid. But the whole Two Nebulas thing, I get it, you know. It's just, to me, I think they could have did something. And also, I'm mad. How is Nebula not the one to kill him? If she's not the one to kill him, why have her in the story? That's the whole fucking point. And sorry for me getting mad, but it's like, dude, I see y'all trying to, okay, we're going to have her in there because she's in the original story. If you're not going to have her, I'm cool with her doing jack shit and just having her kill Thanos at the end. Then her dying. That would have been dope. That could have been ill. Her dying. Stark dying. Thor dying. That would have been ill. Some weight. Something was happening. Hell, Hulk died. Had probably be a good part to bring in She-Hulk. But no. Nothing was nothing. And my thing is, doesn't experience count for anything anymore? All the older people, all the past niggas is whooping the future niggas' asses? You wouldn't think, nigga, that the battle, okay, maybe that, you know, Captain America was not trying to beat a younger Captain America. But you would think, nigga, with the battle experience and the shit you've been through in a short amount of time, you should be whooping these niggas' asses. But they didn't, you know. But I guess you gotta do it. And that's my fault because I just, you know, I can't, you gotta just suspend my disbelief, and it's hard for me for that to happen, you know. But it was a good movie. I can safely say my opinion of this movie is of almost every time I've watched majority of these superhero movies, I wanted it to be this level. But still, because of what this is and what's going on and how it's the end of a long, they should have took it up a notch. I want Return of the King darkness. Nigga, that shit was dark. That's the shit I'm talking about. It didn't feel hopeless. Never did it feel hopeless. I don't know what the fuck is going on with the whole Loki thing. I don't know. I left in the movie right around the time Cap came back and was old and gave Sam the shield. I left. I'm like, fuck this shit. You know, and that's when I realized, nigga, nobody is going to die. Fuck this. I'm good. But hey, we gonna take a little bit more time. Go to break. I know y'all tired of me talking at you, right? We'll be right back. Podcast called Fresh.
This is King Carees from the Black History Buff podcast, sending a message to my man Maps from the I Black Man podcast. We're loving what you're doing over there. Here in the UK, we're dropping episodes of Black History weekly, and we're also bringing your stories your way every other week as well. So we're covering the champions from yesteryear as well as the stars of tomorrow. Come and check us out once you finish listening to I Black Man. Peace.
No, kitty, it's my pot pie. It's a podcast called Fresh.
All right, we back. Podcast called Fresh. It's your boy Maps. This is the Avengers Endgame review. All right, and I guess I'm kind of giving them the biz. I expected a lot from this movie. You know what I'm saying? It really didn't deliver, and I was kind of disappointed with that. But I'm not surprised because the last one didn't deliver either. But yeah, let me see. Reading off these notes. I already said what the fuck happened to Hulk's healing factor. How come that nigga didn't? He still was hurt by the end of the movie. Oh, here's one. Since we talking about Hulk, I'm still mad y'all turned Hulk into a plot device. You literally could damn near take Hulk out of that movie up until the point when he had to use a fucking glove and you will not need him. I'm so pissed about that. You know, and it's like, why? I would have rather had the nigga. That's when you should have sent the nigga off to space. Y'all realize there was no Hulk versus Thanos at all. Why? Why would they miss that? I don't get it. Also, here's my other thing. When the fake Nebula, oh, side note with Nebula, when she got the new thing on her head, did they ever say why? Like, what caused her to get that so the old Nebula could still it be anyway? And that pissed me off that she just beat the shit out of the future Nebula. Like, that bitch is like, how were you weaker than her? Compassion made you weaker? Okay. But when she betrayed him and they did the whole thing or whatever, when she sent a ship, even though I know it was on lockdown, and maybe it's because I'm supposed to believe that the Infinity Gauntlet was going on with Hulk. The niggas could not fill a spaceship, shoot through the roof. I'm just guessing. All the shit that Stark Tech can do, it didn't sense an energy spike or anything. Nobody. At all. Okay. Guess that's just me. I just find that kind of odd. Then I also thought, okay, I thought it was weak to me. I thought it was dope Cap using the shield. That was dope as hell to me. You know what I'm saying? I thought that shit was ill. But on the other end, it's like, I mean, not the shield. Did I say the shield? I meant to say hammer. I don't know. I'm kind of tired. You know what I'm saying? Cap using the hammer was dope. I thought it was whack that the whole thing with him, like I'm guessing with Thor losing his hammer in the other movie, Ragnarok, is so they could get Stormbreaker so Captain America can use the hammer. And apparently, if you see the end, he didn't come back with the hammer. So I guess that's how they're going to come back with the new Thor. I don't know. It's like, he should have had it with like niggas is fighting and all that stuff. And then it should have been like, that nigga Thanos got the gauntlet. And like, remember when they kept hitting this nigga every time he kept trying to use it. Now, what they should have had was, he should have been beating niggas' asses. And then it should have been every time that nigga try to use it, after, you know, Captain Marvel and everybody get beat up, that nigga Captain America just be beating his ass like ting, ting, ting. Cause it got me thinking, all right, now you just have to be worthy to lift the hammer. I didn't know it gave you control of having that bitch come back and shooting lightning out of it, because from what I understood, this hammer was how Thor channeled his lightning. He is the god of lightning. No, he's the god of thunder, which I always thought was stupid because thunder is a byproduct of lightning. So he's just the god of sound. But anyway, he's the god of lightning. So I don't give a fuck if y'all say thunder. Thunder does nothing. What he's shooting is electricity, which is lightning. You know, and I thought it was cool them using that. And I like how that nigga Cap was using that bitch and throwing it and hitting and all. That shit was sweet. I'm with that. It just should have been saved to the end. Cause by the time it came out, and it's like, I seen it coming. Anybody with a fucking working frontal lobe seen the setup, even from Ultron. Oh, he moved it. Okay, cool. But He was just wilding with that bitch. I'm like, man, you showed your hand too soon, man. You know, but that's just me, and I'm not easily wild, you know, but like I said, he's no god. How'd you call down the lightning? Another thing I thought was kind of a little cute, how they had a little girl power moment when all the girls came together and fought. And I thought that was straight. You know, I guess it gave them their thing. I'm not even hating because it's women. You know, I'm just saying out of all them people, nobody died. Not one of them. They fought an entire army and nobody died. That's bullshit when you stop and think about that. That's some G.I. Joe shit. And then Stark only dies because, I used the gauntlet. Man, that shit was weak. Thought it was a good movie. All in all, I would have to say I would give the movie, I give it a 3. 3 out of 5. I give it a 3 out of 5. I really want to give it a 2.5 out of 5, but that's just me being bitter. I said 3. I'll give it a 3. It could have did a lot more. Could have been so much more action. A lot of better shit. Even the whole scene with let me get on that. With the fucking Hulk talking to the Ancient One. Would have been a really cool thing to do when, knock his body out. And I'm thinking Hulk is about to go ape shit. Nothing. That whole shit was boring. Hulk didn't go ape shit. They didn't explain where the fuck Loki went. Maybe they did after the credits for it. I understand they didn't have a post-credit scene. I thought that shit was weak, but I guess they setting something up for later because niggas love Tom Hiddleston and I can't knock him. That nigga's the man is Loki. Also, side note, it was funny. Thor's mama made me miss my mama. Thought that was dope. I'm a Nelson's son. But, yeah, I don't know, man. I hope y'all like this. My name is Miles Amadeus Prower. Of course, you know you're listening to a podcast called Fresh. And this has been my Avengers Endgame riff/review. Maybe I'll look at that again, see something better. I don't know. I don't know. We might do another one. I'm not sure. We'll see how this turns out. But yeah, just keep your head up. And I'll let y'all later. All right then. Peace.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to subscribe and comment. This has been a Hyphen Podcast Network production.
They're the bestest. I'm getting paid at exposure.
Okay, so I just got out of Endgame. It was, I would say, good, not great. You know what, as a matter of fact, I would say it was great, not epic. Honestly, I think Infinity War was better. Thanos was kind of toned down. We waited all of Infinity War to see I'll get a second round at Thanos. That didn't really happen. Hulk was kind of nerfed down. Captain Marvel just kind of showed up, didn't really say much, didn't really get too involved. Just came to fuck shit up in one part. As far as the conclusion, it's happy-go-lucky and everything, but not as great as it's made out to be. That's about it.
How you doing, Fresh? This is Gabe calling. I was just saying that I saw that Endgame, and for the most part, it was a good movie. But to me, there were some inconsistencies. But I think most people shouldn't get blinded by like the how epic the scale of all the movies are. Certain things that are acceptable, but other things aren't. So from the 2/3 of the movie, I felt that it was a lot of time wasted. Probably an hour of it could have been edited out. So to me, the third act was probably the best act. I mean, they had some highs and some lows, but to me, overall, I would give the movie probably about a 6 or a 7. That's about it. Take it easy. Keep up the good work.
Yo, this is Marcus calling to talk to you about my films on Endgame. I know Matt is a purist of the comics, and he may be slightly disappointed, to say the least. But from my perspective, I'm coming from the perspective of someone who's heavily based upon movies, the actual MCU, as opposed to just the comics. For me, I thought Endgame was pretty good. I've seen it twice already. It's currently Saturday right now. I've already seen it twice, so that just shows you my level of enthusiasm for the movie. The first time I saw the movie, I was I was completely into it. The crowd was completely into it. The second time I saw it, like I could like audibly hear, people weeping in the crowd at the end when everything got resolved. I'm not gonna lie, I got pretty emotional with it. I've been a big fan of Tony throughout the whole previous decade, and it's even wild even just saying that out loud. Like, just have the movies over the last 10 years that I've gone really fond of in a lot of different ways. So I was a big proponent of Endgame. Even if you just take sort of the story out of it and the storytelling and the conclusion, even just visually, they did a lot of really good things, especially the end scene with the major battle with everyone involved. And I think they handled it really well. I thought the movie flowed pretty well. To me, it didn't feel like a 3-hour movie. I thought they sold everything pretty succinctly. So yeah, I'm a big fan of it. Map, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm pretty sure there are a lot of people that still agree with your thoughts on it. And that's totally fine, man. There's nothing wrong with having opposing opinions for it or whatever. But yeah, man, I was really big on it, and I may see this shit again soon. so yeah, man. All right, I'm checking it. All right, man. Peace.
Yeah, I just saw the movie Avengers Endgame today. I mean, my thoughts on it, I just hope I make sense when I'm kind of explaining. It wasn't bad at all, really. It was actually pretty good. I hope nobody's seriously throwing this movie kind of all the way in the trash section, but it most definitely had some moments where it's just it kind of just reminded me of whoever wrote the movie Logan or steered the way it was kind of like the story went. I felt like they kind of might have had the same person do it with Avengers Endgame, just the way kind of how it was, the story was playing out. I'm not saying it wasn't interesting, it just seemed like in some sort it kind of wasn't working, but the fact that you built so much emotion and then you had so many movies involving all the characters, it kind of just it kind of worked, but at the same time it kind of took away a lot of their superhero abilities, so you kind of just seen them as the human side, which is not bad, but at the same time it is a superhero movie. But at the same time the movie is Endgame, so after what happened with the snap, it kind of took its effect on that. So what could I say? I just thought it was crazy, just from a fan's perspective. I'm not crazy fan, but just thought it was crazy that how when Nebula jumped into the timeline where her old self was, how her old self was picking up what she was already experiencing in the future. I just thought that was crazy. I'm not saying it was bad. It's just that just threw me through a loop because I was just trying to figure out how that was even happening. But that's just something people probably would dive into or just in the movies and not in the comics and stuff. But that was most definitely trying to figure that out. That was kind of dope. But it was kind of deep to a point. It's dang, how's this happening? Because Thanos was studying everything that was in her mind. That's how he came back. But I wouldn't throw it in the trash. But I most definitely want to see it again because it was 3 hours. I'm still 50-50 right now, and I do want to see it again. But I don't know.